8:39 is the time. Man, that was a long update. You said it was 8:34 when it started. Now all of a sudden it's 8:39. I don't know how that happened.
I like to talk.
Just moving the clock back. Turn back the clock. We've been turning back the clock on this show.
Past, present, and future.
Past, present, and future show. We have had the present with Ladarius Green. We've had the past with David Clyde, and shortly we're going to have the future with Michael Cederoth, the pitcher for San Diego State baseball, as he gets ready for the Major League Baseball draft, which will take place tomorrow. And Michael is with us here on Extra Sports 1360. How you doing today, Michael?
Good. How about you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I mean, you try to spend a morning here with my friend Ernie Martinez. We're hanging in there all right. We're doing all right. I want to congratulate you guys on a great season. Obviously, it certainly didn't end up the way you wanted down there in Louisiana last week, though. It was not the kind of trip you guys were expecting, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we expect better out of ourselves, but, it was like you said, it was a great season. Everyone pulled through all 56 games, and, we earned the right to play in that regional, so, it was a big challenge for us, but, I know that the team that we have will have success next year, and we'll have a better shot next year, and we'll do a lot better than this year, so.
From out of Steel Canyon on to San Diego State to play for Tony Gwynn, a first-team All-American. How good does that feel?
It feels really good. Especially to do it for such a, to do it for a team like this. It's an honor to be, it's an honor to be recognized, for what I've done this year, and from what the whole team has done this year. Really, our whole team has really pulled through, and them wanting to give me the ball in any situation, to earn the right to be a first-team All-American has been an honor.
Michael, now real quick now, you went to Steel Canyon High School. Did you live real close to Steel Canyon High School? Because I live right out there. I'm just curious. We might be neighbors. Where do you live?
I live in Rancho San Diego.
Rancho San Diego, that's where I live. Yeah. Do you know where Paso Tiempo is?
Paso Tiempo.
It's right behind. It's kind of behind the Cottonwood Golf Course there. So that's where I live.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that area. I live
down the hill on Steel Canyon Drive there from your high school. So.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. I'm more up Fury in that area.
You're in the Fury area. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Up past Baymaca.
Yeah, all right, well, we're close
Chris,
to being neighbors,
You're in the high-rent district.
No, I'm not in the high-rent district. There's no high-rent district there. It's a nice town, Rancho San Diego, and I'm glad that we're neighbors. I'm going to look for Michael at the local Target next time I'm shopping down there. Now, you were a starting pitcher for a couple of years, is that right? And then got moved to the bullpen. Tell us a little bit about that and how obviously that decision worked out very well for you.
Yeah, it's been really fun being a starter, and knowing that I'm going to get the ball every Friday night, and that was, also another huge honor to be, this Friday night starter for San Diego State, such an amazing club, and then, me and the coach after my first start, wasn't my normal self. They actually had thoughts of moving me back to closer role last year because my consistency as a starter has been up and down. And they know for a fact that, this guy has enough bullets, a few amount of bullets they can really perform well in, and we can put that as a closer role. And so they trusted me, and they gave me the ball, in that situation, and any chance they could. And obviously it showed success. And, it was a tough transition at first, but I got the handle of it, getting used to it's a different preparation, a different mindset. But after a few times, after a few games, it really wasn't that big of a transition anymore.
Now, Michael, you've done something that most closers possess, and that's a really good changeup complemented by a very good fastball. How big was that transition to get down to be able to throw each one of those pitches when you want to? Is obviously key for a closer.
Not to correct you, but the changeup probably is still in the work in process. But the slider is, I think, what you're thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my fastball and my slider, because I really had to hone down on at least two pitches that I could throw any time.
Yeah.
Because, at the end of the game, you really need to just throw strikes and get those 3 outs or 6 outs or 8 outs, whatever it is that you need. As a starter, you do need a full repertoire of pitches to get through more than, get through the lineup at least 3 times, if you want to make it a good start. So, the change with that, I guess, a lot more focus, a lot more, and a lot more paid attention more to my control my fastball, obviously, and the control of my slider. And working with John Pulowski all year on just those 2 pitches has really shown me, because my slider actually improved from moving to the closer role, and my fastball I've seen that I can throw, for strikes a lot more than I have in the past. So it has made a huge benefit to my command in those 2 pitches, and I still work on obviously the changeup and my curveball, but that's for the road ahead to really hone on those 2 pitches as well.
There's been a couple of pretty good closers come out of San Diego State here in recent seasons. One was Addison Reed, and of course he's now closing for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The other closer was a guy named Steven Strasburg, who they turned into a starting pitcher, and then, of course, he's having success with the Nationals. The draft is tomorrow, and I'm curious, have you talked with either of those 2 guys or Tony Gwynn and what you expect with the draft and what you're being told? And you got to be on pins and needles today right now, I would imagine. I mean, you're one day ahead of finding out where you might be going.
Yeah, I mean, pins and needles is a good analogy to put there, but I haven't really gotten to, get a contract for those 2. I mean, they're busy, obviously doing what they need to do for their programs, and then
right.
I haven't gotten a chance to get a hold of Gwen, because he's taking care of himself first, which is more important. And so, but I have plenty of other resources to get through the next couple days of craziness. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what my hard work over the past 3 years at college has really shown for, and see what organization is interested, and I'm excited to make a big decision in this next couple of days. So
it's not quite yet. Baseball draft's gotten a little bit more attention now, and they run it on the MLB Network and the whole thing. But you don't have the Mel Kiper big board, or you don't have to. You know what I mean? You don't have to mess with all of that crap. And then, I got Michael Cederoth said he's going to go 17th to the Milwaukee Brewers or something. So it's really a little bit more up in the air, isn't it? I mean, you'll just wait until you get that phone call is when you'll find out where you're going.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's how every baseball draft has been. Every kid, they can look online and see all these different mock drafts from 1,000 different people. I know that kids probably look at them, and I know I've dabbled with it a couple times, and people are like, "Oh, what the heck? I'm this high in this one, and this low in this one." But yeah, it really is it's a crapshoot, really. I mean, you never know exactly what team wants, or what team needs, or what team likes this. I mean, baseball's such a tricky sport. I mean, everyone has a certain, maybe one guy wants a really hard thrower, or maybe one team needs a shortstop, one team needs this, one team needs that. It's not like football where it's just the biggest, baddest, athletic human being. It's different positions, different. It's crazy. So yeah, it's a crapshoot, but I'm excited, to see what kind of attention I do get.
Well, go ahead.
And I just have one other question, Michael. Michael Cederoth, San Diego State Aztecs pitcher, joining us. What has it been for you to be part of a program, football, basketball, and baseball, to have the success they've had over the last few years? Has that made you a better player? Has it made certain players that you know better because everything has been going well with you guys up there?
Yeah, I mean, I just actually looked at the stat that it had the combined records of basketball, football, and baseball of all FBS teams, and we're number 2 behind Louisiana Lafayette, who we happen to lose to in the regional. And that's a huge accomplishment. I mean, another stat I looked up is that we're one of 2 FBS teams to have a 40-win baseball, 30-win basketball, and an 8-win football team, and the other team is Louisville. So, I mean, we're having much great success, and it's made every Aztec team, better, because no one wants to be the bad team of the school. So no one wants to be like, we're the black sheep of the school. No one wants to be there. Everyone wants to succeed, just like every other team is. I mean, it started with basketball and Steve Fisher, who turned that program around immensely, and then the football team came on, and so did we. And then, there's plenty of other sports I can name off that have done well too. So it has been a huge turnaround for this program, and it's going to make it a program to be recognized in years to come.
Well, as an Aztec alum, Michael, myself, and I played on the baseball team, believe it or not, back before you were born. It was a couple of years ago. But I played with Tony Gwynn, so it was a long time ago. So it's nice to have you on the program and get a chance to meet you. I hope I do run into you at the Rancho San Diego Target here, and after you sign your first big contract, maybe you can buy me a Starbucks or something.
Yeah, I would love to.
All right, Michael. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the draft tomorrow.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
You betcha. Thank you. There he is, Michael Cederoth.